Hello, and thank you for joining us on our webinar tonight. I am really excited about to share a really, truly unique, one-of-a-kind lead generation service with you guys. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Chris Bradley. I've been in the lead generation and conversion for 10 plus years in the online world. Everything from SEO, pay-per-click, mainly Google AdWords. Now I'm doing a lot on Facebook. Just because of the demographics on there. It's fabulous to generate leads over there. And anyways, over the last few years, I've been in the contractor niche, having some clients for AdWords and other lead gen sources. And so I'm always on the lookout to help them to find other sources that are good lead generation sources. And unfortunately, there's just not that many good ones out there. But I was on the phone with a roofing contractor, and he's in the water restoration business. And we're talking. I was asking him about what he was doing. He's a pretty good sized company. He's doing all kinds of lead gen, but he said, "Hey, leads by phone was one of the best he's had. Loves them. The only downside is he's getting 10 leads a month from them on average." He said, "I wish I can get more." On the water side, he's getting about 5 to 7. And once again, he goes, "I just wish I can get more of them." He goes, "I'm closing 1 out of 2 on those leads," and he loves them. So what I had done is I went ahead and I said, "I'm going to track these guys down and see who they are and find out what they're doing." Because I got some guys that always come to me and asking, "Hey, I'm doing SEO," and I always tell if anyone's trying to come up to you and sell SEO, tell them, "Go rank a website, come back to me, I'll buy your leads." And I got a few friends of mine that are trying to do that, and that's what I told them. Don't sell the SEO, rank the sites, sell the leads. Contractors will pay for a good lead, no doubt about it. Anyway, so I tracked them down. Paul Robinson's the co-founder, co-owner. Spent quite a bit of time on the phone with him. Great guy. I found out everything they're doing on their back end, and I was just thoroughly impressed. I was like, wow, I wouldn't do it. To be honest, I wouldn't generate the leads how they're doing it, but they got a system down. They've mainly been doing it since 2008 in the water restoration business, and that was his background. Over the last few years, he's started to get into roofing, plumbing, HVAC, and so I said, "Hey, I can probably bring you some of these guys. Let's choose some areas where you want to target." And so that's why you guys are here today, to see if this is something that's going to fit in your lead gen process. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about them, a little bit more anyway, about their program. What makes them different from other sources of lead generation is they're only taking 4 companies, 4 partners per territory. Once they have them, it's sold out. A lot of other guys are taking unlimited basically, and that just dilutes the lead source and also dilutes the quality of the lead. By doing this, they're able to laser focus and generate a higher quality lead for their partners. And the history, as I said, it started in 2008. Just this year, in 2014, they generated over 100 million in revenue for over 500 companies that are currently using them. Phenomenal, phenomenal growth they've had over the last few years. The leads are 100% exclusive, and the cool thing is it's a pay for performance. In other words, they're taking the risk, they're spending the money on the advertising. All you got to do is answer the phone and close the deals. And the leads, you're only paying for the good leads. You're not paying for the junk calls. You're not paying for, unlike other lead sources, and there are some good ones out there where you get an exclusive phone call, but you're paying for that phone call. So if it's a salesman trying to sell you something, if it's a job seeker, you're paying for it. These guys do not charge you for that. That's the other thing that got me excited about them. Now, they never sell your leads to another contractor. They're 100% exclusive. They are doing this pretty much through search engine marketing, combination of ranking sites organically, and then the majority of the leads are coming through AdWords, using the advertising platform on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And they're live phone calls. They're focusing on roof replacement, repair, installation, siding, gutter. Here's the other thing. I just want to make a big important point. You do not have to take a roof repair lead. when you sign up to become a partner, you tell them what you want. If only you want roof replacement, that's all you get. You don't have to add in these other. I know a lot of times, you guys don't want to deal with the roof repair, so you choose what you want. You also choose the area, so you don't have to go into an area 50 miles away from you if you don't want it. And if you get a call that's outside your calling area, you're not getting billed for it. Why leads by phone? Well, first of all, as I said, it's going to be a limited amount of leads that you can get. So don't use this to replace anything you're doing. Use this to complement your other lead sources. And look at it as an incrementally way to increase your revenue. Now, the question comes, where are 93% of consumers going to find you? According to Kelsey Study Group, the internet. I think you guys already know that. You already know no one's really using Yellow Pages anymore. That's gone bye-bye. First thing when people do is they go online and search. And here's the other advantage compared to some other lead sources out there. To me, an internet lead is probably the best you can get. The reason is they're searching for a solution to their problem right now. And so if they've taken the time to call, that means they're sincerely interested. Other services, not to name any, will have forms. Do you think you might replace a roof in the next 10 years? Yes, I do. Oh, that's a lead. Obviously, it's not a lead. Someone to checkbox a form and getting an email address is not a lead, okay? A lead, no, at least to me, it's not a lead. A good lead is someone going on and saying, I am interested in this right now. I want to talk to a roofing company. Not 6 months from now, but right now. And that's the advantage here. You're getting these guys when they're hot. So if you're going to try to do this any of yourself, this I can definitely relate to. I've done a whole lot of SEO for my own businesses and my own websites and stopped it 2 years ago because of all the Google updates. It's just not worth it. As I said at the beginning of the call here, is someone's selling you SEO, tell them to rank the sites and you'll buy the leads, because to require $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month investment for 2-3 months before you see anything is crazy these days. Pay-per-click campaigns, especially Google AdWords, you got to constantly be on it. I do this. I'm good at it. I've spent over 10 grand in AdWords training. This was years ago too, and stayed up on that. So you really got to understand and take the training to be good at AdWords. And for me, just to let you guys know, when I take an AdWords client, I design the landing page, I do everything. I charge a fee for that, and I charge a percentage of what the advertising spend is. So you're still going to benefit from it, but what I'm saying, these guys are doing it for you and taking all the risks. So why would you choose leads by phones? First of all, you're only paying for real leads. The junk calls are weeded out. No more junk. That's what you guys are wanting. You want a real person on the phone who's interested in a roof replacement or some type of roofing service. They're 100% exclusive. They're not sharing anything. They're only taking 4 companies per territory, and therefore, the lead you're getting, that's live. It's up to you to set the appointment and sell the deal. You also, here's another benefit. They're promoting your business, not yours. They're branding your business, not theirs. You're going to get a professionally designed website, and so you're going to have more visibility out there. All you're going to have to do is answer the phone, set the appointment, and go sell the deal. Added benefits. How do you know which calls are leads? This is the question that's probably the most frequently asked. They record every call. Each phone call then is going to be reviewed and evaluated, and therefore that's why they're able to only bill you for verified leads, which I think is a huge bonus over everybody else, what they're doing today for lead generation. The other advantage of these recorded calls here is you will get a username, password, you log in, you can actually log in on your iPhone, Android device. Here's what if I was a business owner in your guys' business, I would want to be able to listen in to the person who's taking these phone calls and see how well they're doing to be able to set the appointments. If I get 10 calls and we're only setting 6 or 7 appointments, I want to know what's happened to the other 3 or 4. Maybe they're not doing it right. That's going to help your training and become more effective and help you train the people answering your calls. You also get the customized website. It's professional design. It's going to have your logo, your name, your services, your branding, not theirs. The online presence, 98% of the traffic, I don't think this is a surprise to anyone. It's all Google, Bing, Yahoo, Google. Bing is starting to make a little footprint into Google, but that's where everything is at. They are setting up advertising platforms on all three of them, so your ads are going to be running 24/7. They're going to try to rank some of your the sites they create for you inside the organic, what's called organic SEO, and then if you're not hooked into Google Places, they will get that set up for you as well. Here is a website they create. Here's one of their current customers. It's not, they like to say we're not flashy, because guess what? If someone tells me my website is pretty, then I did not do a good job, because a website's supposed to do one thing, that's convert the visitor to a phone call or an email. And for these guys with leads by phone, it's all phone calls. And so as you can see, I think this is very similar to the sites I designed, and I've been dealing with or doing conversion for 10 plus years. This is great for conversion because it answers 5 questions. Who is your company? What do you provide? Where are you located? Why should I choose you? When do I need to do business, which is now, and how you make the phone call. Answers those 5 questions. That's conversion. I'm betting these guys are converting 15 to 20%. The average website converts 2 to 3%. That's it. Good ones is 10%. These guys are phenomenal, and they're really way ahead of everybody else. Now here's the screenshot of the platform where you can listen to your calls. You find out what's been, what is a good lead, what wasn't a good lead. Add in your revenue. They like to track that because they also track it by keyword. They find out keywords that are converting. They can get more aggressive in the bidding, therefore getting you more leads. Let's set expectations here. Here's what else I liked about Paul. Paul, as I watched Paul's webinar, I was like, daggone, Paul, you didn't really, you didn't hype it up. It was just more of a lot of the facts. He's like, yep, we under promise, over deliver. He basically said they're averaging about 10 leads per month for roofers. Some get more, some get less, but the average is 10. The average job is about $3,000. Now, I believe that's because he's also doing a lot of roof repair, and obviously that's a lot less money than a roof replacement. He has seen jobs as high as 175 to down low as 1,000. He said most partners are closing 1 out of 3. The really good ones are 9 out of 10. Every other niche, the water restoration, the plumbing, HVAC, they're all doing 1 out of 2. He said the main difference is the way the guys are answering the phone. He said in some reason in the roofing business, a lot of times guys aren't picking up the phones, they're not letting it hit voicemail, or they're not as efficient setting the appointments on the calls. Even though they're still close, they're still getting 1 out of 3 as average, but the good guys are getting 6, 7, 8, and some 9 out of 10 out of these leads. The average revenue is $9,000 per month, which is just a tad bit. My math is correct, $108,000 per year. So the question is, would you like to have an extra $100,000 plus revenue for this coming year? If the answer is yes, let's move on and tell you how it works. There is a setup fee. I had them take 50% off, so it's not $399, it's $199. The reason he has to have a setup fee, because he's branding your guy's business. He's not branding his own business. He's advertising your business on AdWords, Google, and Bing and Yahoo search networks. It's going to take 20 to 30 hours to launch it. He builds the website for you, and as I just said, establishes the ad campaigns with Google, Yahoo, and Bing. It's truly pay for performance. He takes all the risks. You're only paying for he pays for the advertising, you only pay for the leads. All the calls are reviewed. You're not charged for junk calls. The cost here is $125 for a roof replacement lead, $95 for a roof repair lead, $30 for a gutter lead. And to me, if his average close is 1 out of 3, basically you're spending $375 for every new customer. If that makes sense for you guys, I think this is a no-brainer. What to expect after you sign up: 3 to 5 business days. You're going to get, it takes them to get everything set up. Business days. I do want to stress business days. he says the leads come in 1 to 3 weeks, but he told me usually less than 2. But he likes to at least say 3 in case things happen that he can't control. But usually less than 2 weeks, you're starting to see some leads. There is a $33 monthly administration fee that basically covers his web hosting, call recordings, the local numbers he gets. And then there's weekly. The weekly billing is on Tuesday. Here's another cool thing, guys. A lot of lead sources, they're asking for deposits, giving me a deposit, and then they start every lead, they just nip off that deposit. He doesn't get a deposit. He bills you. So let's say your first week you get 4 calls, only 2 of them are good. Then he bills you the following Tuesday for those 2 calls. If they're roof replacement, you'd get billed for $250. That's really cool. Most lead sources that I know are lead generation companies. They're wanting a deposit because they want that commitment. Not him. He just says, hey, we're going to bill you, because he knows doggone well the leads are so dang good. If you're going to skip out, that, hey, you're not going to do that after you get some calls. He knows that. That's why he does that. That's why he's not asking for a deposit and work off the deposit. You also can pause incoming leads for up to 5 days per month. Now, how do you become a partner? Well, you can go right here. I also just type this in, homecontractormarketing.org/leads. Fill out the agreement. It's month to month, so no long-term contracts. If you have a business logo and if it's a digital file, go ahead and email it to probinson@leadsbyphone. If you need one, they can do it for you. And what to expect: 3 to 5 days to get you up and running, 10 to 20-minute webinar to show you how to listen to the calls, review your invoices, request support, pause your account. So that's pretty much it. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box. Or if you're listening to this as a pre-recorded, go ahead and you can email me back or give me a phone call. We can discuss any questions you might have. Look forward to working with you guys.